Hello. Welcome back. We are welcoming in day 2 of our Movement to Mastery Classroom Fitness Challenge. How did day 1 go? Let us know in the comments. Share with us what you did. Even if you didn't follow the movements that I gave you exactly, it is a-okay. There we go. You're building that relationship with your students, and that is what is most important on top of all of the benefits they're getting from the movement strategies. This whole program is just designed to incorporate the mind-body learning components, getting it all to work together. So welcome back. I am going to pull the snippets of the movements because you might not want to hear all the jargon behind it, which I love giving just because I think knowing the why behind why we're doing things is super duper important. But if you just want the movements, then I'm going to pull clips. And if you are registered in our community in the Google Classroom, then you will have access to just the movement clips too. You don't have to listen to all of the why behind everything. And I know when you're in the classroom, it's probably way easier to just pull up these clips and do the movements and talk to your students and build those relationships. So let's get started with today's theme. Hopefully today, day 1 went amazingly well. Let us know in the comments if you did day 1, how did it go? And then did you try the calming activities that we gave you? Did you try the movement activities? Did you try the calming activities? If you did, let us know in the comments. If you didn't, or if you're just finding out about this, just comment move. We can get you registered in 30 seconds and get you all of the resources. They are amazing. I just added 50 books on social emotional regulation, children's books that you can incorporate into your classroom starting tomorrow. So many of them, if not all of them, you can probably find on YouTube. So just know that. But yeah, let me know how it's going. I love hearing your stories. I love hearing what's working. I love hearing if we need to make tweaks along the way. Be sure to look at the strategy where it was the cheat sheet for classroom movements and your classroom space. So if you're worried about your classroom space, we've got you covered on how to organize that and get that set up. Today, we are focusing on movement for engagement because movement isn't just about helping students to stay active, right? It's one of the best ways to capture their attention and to keep them engaged in your lesson. So if you are struggling with keeping students' attention, keeping them focused, odds are they may have a lot of pent-up energy that they want to release. And movement is just such a fun way to build those relationships, get them moving, and make the learning meaningful and memorable for them, okay? When your students move, they're naturally going to be more engaged in the lesson. Here's why. I'm going to give you 4 reasons why. First and foremost, it energizes the learning. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but movement gets the blood and the oxygen going to the brain, which wakes your students up, especially during those mid-morning and post-lunch kind of energy slumps. So movement is a great way to just shift that energy in your classroom. If they're coming in high, you're going to do a calm down strategy. If they're coming in low and you need to amp them up, then you're going to want to bring your movement level to another level, right? You're going to want to take the movement to the next level. That's reason number 1. It energizes their learning. Reason number 2 why we want to get this movement in our classroom is it literally encourages active participation. If they are moving, they're going to be participating in your lessons. When students are involved physically, they are less likely to tune out or to disengage. They're going to be engaged with you, and guess what's not happening? You're not going to have those disruptions and those behavior issues because they are engaged. Most teachers don't teach like this. This is kind of a whole new way of teaching throughout the school day. And it's different than brain breaks because now we're incorporating it into our lessons in a fun and unique manner. If you are inside the community, you can send me any lesson plan this week and I will show you how we can adapt it to add very simple movement activities into your lessons, okay? So if you're inside the community, take advantage of that. That's what I'm here for. I will help you do that. All this week, you get me at will, whatever you need. I am here to serve you this week. But yeah, that's going to have that active participation component. So keep that in mind. The third reason we want to incorporate movement into our lessons is because it builds a positive atmosphere. You know, and I know, building that community, we always hear it. Build relationships, build the community. It's sometimes tricky to do. How do I do this, right? Doing the movement, because they're seeing you having fun doing this, you are naturally building that community with your students without doing anything extra. It's no extra money, it's no extra time, because now we're building it into our lessons. It is literally a win-win for everybody and everyone, okay? Adding the movement just brings that fun and joy to your classroom, and it makes your students want to learn. They want to go to school, they want to be with you. The fourth reason we want to bring movement into our lessons is because it's going to help manage their attention spans, okay? Those short bursts of movement can reset your students' focus and help them engage with the next lesson. It is amazing just doing this during the lesson, or even giving them those 2 to 3 movement minutes, right? Those movement minutes, even doing that, you're going to see an improvement in student behavior. So keep all 4 of those in mind. And then today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can incorporate this into a lesson. So let's say you were doing a lesson on verbs, okay? We would do what is called mirror me moves. And it sounds just like, it works just the way it sounds. One person is the leader. You're going to pair your students up. One person would be the leader, the other is the mirror. And you are going to, actually, the student who is the leader is going to say a verb, and then they have to act it out. If you are just introducing verbs, then you want to be the one to say the verb. If they are new to verbs and you're reviewing, this is such a fun way to review, right? Because they're up, they're moving, they're talking with their classmates. So again, you would have 2 people working together, okay? And then the leader would say running, and then she would do the motion, and then student 2 would say running and do the motion, okay? You could do this, say, everybody, the leader's going to do 5 verbs, you're going to mirror it 5 times, then we'll switch. So simple, okay? So think of how easy this could be. Running. Okay, maybe you have them do it for 10 seconds, and then student 2 does running. 10 seconds, right? Student 1 might say stretching. And again, maybe they do it for 10 seconds. Bring it down. Student 2 has to mirror it. Stretching. Okay, you get the idea. Let me do one more. Student 2, or the leader 1 might say walking. And then bring it back. And then student 2 would obviously mimic that. Walking. A fourth one could simply be bending. So easy. Bending. And then again, the next student would mimic that. If this is your first time doing it, again, you might want to be the one who has those verbs ready to go. But if you have students who are on they're simple, so fun, they're engaged, they're going to know what verbs are, verbs show movement, and they're going to have fun. And again, I would switch roles, either every 30 seconds you could do it, or like I said, maybe you have leader 1 give 5 verbs, then leader 2 would mirror it 5 times, and then they would switch roles. You could do that however you wanted. So fun, so simple. The next thing we're going to talk about is our calm down strategy, okay? So again, if they're coming in high after lunch and you want to give them a calm down strategy, here is such a good one just for overall physical health, okay? It's simple. you're going to tell them very quietly, very calmly, boys and girls, we're going to take our calm down minute right now, and we're going to work on our balance today, okay? This is great for gross motor, and you're going to challenge them. I don't know if you can see my feet all the way, probably not, but you're going to challenge them to stand on one foot for as long as they can, but try and do it for about 30 seconds and tell them to slow their breathing. Boys and girls, as you're standing on one foot, it's okay if it's just barely off the ground, that other foot. But as you're standing on one foot and you're working on your balancing, hold your arms out to the side. That's going to help you balance even more. Suck your tummy in. And if you can, I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale. Let me hear you blow it out. Great job. Now let's switch feet. Arms down. Stand on your other foot. This one might be stronger. You'll have to see. If you feel you're not steady enough or you need to grab onto a chair, that's a-okay. If you're ready to put your arms out, go ahead and do so. That's going to help you balance. Suck your tummy in and take that deep breath in. And blow it out. Good job. I can already feel my breathing coming down and calming me down. Now let's go ahead and do that again. Take a deep breath in and blow it out. Beautiful job. And you can do that for as long as you feel necessary. You might even start that one with just the breathing. And then as you do your inhales and your exhales, say, okay, boys and girls, now we're going to take this up a notch. Now we're going to try and do this standing on one foot. And then you continue your breathing pattern. If you're having trouble, it's okay if you have to grab onto something. It's a-okay if you have to grab a chair or hold onto your desk. That's a-okay. It's there to help you balance. When you feel strong enough, try to let go for a second or two and see how you do. This is so good for their gross motor. And I'm telling you, the gross motor skills, believe it or not, are tied into reading and literacy development. It is, the science behind that is so crazy, but so important that we're aware of it, right? So important. Okay, so just to kind of reiterate, when we use movement strategically, it becomes a classroom management tool. And that's the whole premise of this program, is we want you to use it strategically so it becomes a classroom management tool. It's going to help your students to focus, which reinforces that they're learning, which of course is what we want. And it's going to simply make your classroom a happy place that they enjoy going to. Your room is going to stand out because it's not just one where they come in, they sit down, they're doing workbooks, worksheets, what have you. Your room is going to be the room where it's like, oh my goodness, I have Miss or Mr. So-and-so we get to every day, right? We move our bodies every day so much. It's so fun. It's just a great way to build those connections, okay? Movement is not meant to be a distraction. If it's a distraction, then we need to look at the routine you have in place. You need to let me know this because it's not a distraction. It's going to build the connection. It's going to build the focus, and your students are going to have fun, which is just such a fun way to teach. Once I started connecting all of these dots, teaching did not feel like a job to me. It literally was a place that I thoroughly enjoyed going to every single day and seeing my students every single day. Okay. So that is it for day 2. Today's challenge, super simple. Try to do the mirror me moves during a lesson or even during transition time. You could do it however you want. Take my verb activity if you want. Switch it up, tweak it however you need to. And then you get bonus points if you share it with us. And then let me know, did you notice an energy shift in your classroom? Okay. But yeah, let me know if you're doing these, because if you can log 10 movement minutes, so essentially you're doing these for 2 minutes each. But if you can log 10 movement minutes between now and February 7th, then your class will earn the fitness party that is recorded, and it's about 20 minutes of fitness fun that will be sent directly to your inbox. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to focus and dive into movement for emotional regulation. So today I have the books prepped and ready to go. Tomorrow we'll actually do the movement components that go with emotional regulation. Okay. We're going to help those students work through those big feelings, all by using movements. And if you did not print the cheat sheet, highly, highly recommend you print the cheat sheet. Highly, highly recommend. Okay, thank you so much for showing up for yourself and for your students today. Keep the momentum going. We are already on Tuesday. I can't believe it. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We will be halfway through the challenge. Well, more than halfway through, right? And we just have so much more to share with you. I'm trying to pop in something new every day and just give you as much information and resources as I can. Feel free to let me know of any lessons that you would like help incorporating movement into. I am more than happy to do that for you. Just send me the lesson and I will send it back to you. If you are registered for this challenge, if you're not registered, comment move. We will get you registered in 30 seconds and then I will help you. If you are having classroom management or student behavior issues, let me know. It's actually on my stories today, or you can simply email me or communicate through Google Classroom. Any kind of situations you want to share with me. So yeah, that is everything. This was day 2. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we're going to focus on that emotional regulation using movement. So until tomorrow.